We can't let life circumstances beat us down. You can't let life circumstances beat you down. It's meant for us to rise up in faith, guys. Rise up in faith. Hold on before you click off. Listen to this. In life in general, we have circumstances. We go through sickness. That's a circumstance. We go through stress. That's a circumstance. We go through trials. We go through setbacks, right? So in life in general, knowing that we go through these things and we got to encounter these things of life, we can't let the life circumstances get us in a position to where it breaks us down so low to where we want to give up, guys. That's not the assignment. We're here to live and not give up, right? But no one is exempt from the circumstances of life. You know, no matter what it is in life, you're going to have to go through these circumstances. And what I've learned, you know, and to help my life circumstances be a little bit better, where I can see things, you know, at one point in time it was, you know, like circumstances come and try to beat me down, man, you know, I would alternate that with what brought me joy at that moment, that I felt that made me feel good. If it was smoking a blunt, if it was, you know what I'm saying, drinking me a beer, you know what I mean, and taking me a couple shots, you know, I quoted with it that way, you know. And then as a development, all of this stuff is designed for us to grow, right? It's designed for us to come in connection with ourselves and really figure out who we really are, right? So we're doing it that way. Now I know a real way. You know, the real way is facing it, reality with Jesus Christ. And by me facing reality with Jesus Christ, it brings on a different peace. It brings on a different joy. And it helps me quote through the circumstances, right? So with knowing that life gonna throw these things our way, everybody have their way on how they quote with circumstances in life. But you here to live. You know, you here for a purpose. You know, you're not here to ball up and on night and, you know, say, pity me, and stay in that position. It's something for you to build and grow on. I ain't talking about being, you know, being over the addiction, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that may be, to help you quote through certain things. You know, you can go without it for a month or 2 or 3 or 4. You don't really get that good feeling until you get over it a year. You know, when you hit that year quota, and once you hit that year quota, you know what I mean, that's when things start lighting, you know, getting to where you view things. You see yourself a little more internally different, and you view people more internally different as well. And you able to understand that life circumstances, man, they gonna come, they gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But life goes on. You know what I mean? If we ain't heard that in a song, life goes on. You know what I mean? It goes on, and it's gonna go on with you or without you. And so these life circumstances, focusing on what we're not able to do versus our needs being met. You know, sometimes in life we can be focusing on the things that we want, and we want those things to happen immediately. But it's sometimes God like, all right, I'm gonna take care of your needs, but at the same time, I need you to clean up some things. I need you to do some self-evaluation of yourself, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm still cleaning myself up, even over the addictions. I'm still stuff that I still learn about myself that I still gotta clean up and let die to the soul, right? So we still, no matter how we go in life with circumstances and challenges, we still know that we have to clean up. And you can get better and better whatever you do. And I'm not here to condemn nobody and say addictions, being addiction-free solves everything. No, that's still, you still got life journey, you still got life circumstances, but you can handle it a little bit better being drug-free and being off into some of your addictions that keep you bondage and help you quote through the thing that you quoting with right now. I've been there, done that, so that's why I can say it does help, you know what I'm saying, when you going through. But when you get delivered, Jesus Christ is the real help. We're supposed to rise up in faith and be more in tune with him, you know. Instead, we go to our addictions, you know, and that kind of keeps us stagnant, keeps us in a position of where it's hard for us to grow and see things that we need to fix internally, right? So I was once there, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, dang, man, why is this? Life is rough, life is hard, which it is. It gets rough, it gets hard. Don't be tricked. That's why God say, lean on me and not your own understanding. Because there will come times in life where God is meeting our needs and we will be unhappy because we want our wants met. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a give and take game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to always be peaches and cream. You're going to have one or the other. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But you got to know that okay, in this time here, what can I build on? What can I do so when that breakthrough do come, or when I'm able to get to my some of my wants or some of my hobbies and things of that nature, I can get to that and take care of that with ease, you know. Or if I did have an overflow, I'm gonna talk about just because I don't want nobody to think it's just like for the middle class. And even if I was rich, there's still things in my life as a rich person that, you know what I'm saying, I still struggle with. I still have issues and problems with, you know what I'm saying? And we had to understand that the bigger the square footage, the more, you know what I'm saying, the more maintenance it takes. It don't take no rocket science to figure that out. So the more money got to be put out, you know what I'm saying? The more people that's under your wing and that you're held valuable for, accountable for, hey, it hits a little different. So we just got to keep that in mind and know that, you know, God is a sovereign God. He helps us through it all. He helped me through it, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to be able to enlighten somebody today to focus on your life circumstances and know that don't let them beat you down. Build in them, you know what I'm saying? How you can say that? Because I've been there. I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm still growing and I'm still learning at the same time. And I want to just help somebody else where they can grow and learn and know how you can build on yourself and just be grateful and continue to be thankful, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have, in life, you're going to have up season, down season, but I dare you to rise up in faith. Rise up in faith. We're all called to rise up, and that's just it. And I want to give y'all a Bible scripture, Isaiah. When you get a chance, look this up. Isaiah 40, the 40th chapter, starting at the 31st verse, and it reads, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." So if I'm under the Lord, if I'm under Jesus Christ's wings, and it's like a bird nest, right? And you picture a bird nest, and you got a bird and the mama bird is over. She got her wings spread over her kids, and she able to cover up all of those kids, right? In that bird nest, all the other little birds, which are her kids. Picture you being under God's wings like that, and we got a part of His wings, you know. So knowing that we got a part of God's wings within us, and He's guiding us, He's protecting us, no matter what it is in life, we got to know when we feel down, when we feel like life circumstances, that stress, that worry, and that stuff that's just wearing us down, we got to be able to turn to a Father in heaven, which is Jesus Christ, and be able to pour our burdens on Him. You know what I'm saying? Pour that stuff on Him. You know, our Father don't like us to be worried and stressed. That's really of the devil, right? You know, and so these things being of the devil, you know what I'm saying, these evil spirits that come upon us to try to take us to where we do addictions, you know what I'm saying, when we smoke blunts consistently, or we continue to damage our health consistently, you know what I'm saying, versus working on the things internally. It hurts us overall, you know what I'm saying? We don't benefit from that, you know, but everybody have to go through their own life sessions and life to grow, right? But I challenge you to rise up in faith to where you get stronger and knowing when you're going through life circumstances and God is meeting your needs, that where you're able to turn to Him and know that I renew my strength within you, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Each and every day. And knowing with you renewing your strength within Him each and every day, there's no circumstance, there's no challenge in life that you can't overcome and you can't face, because we meant to live, guys. We meant to live, and we here to live a long life, you know what I'm saying, eternally. And there's going to be some other life circumstances and things that we just going to have to encounter. And that's just going to be it. So rise up in faith.